Hello, my name is Sean Van Scoy. I'm the Superintendent of Schools here in the Gananda School District. I want to thank you for taking a few moments of your time to watch this presentation about our upcoming capital project. It will be presented to voters on Thursday, December 14th from noon to 9 p.m. You'll be able to vote on this project at Reuben A. Cirillo High School using the Eddy Road entrance at the back of the facility. There will be opportunities to engage in live presentations of this information on December 6th at 12 p.m. via Zoom. Also on December 6th at 7 p.m. at the elementary school in room 918, there'll be a formal public hearing. It'll be the same presentation as the other times. It will just be identified as the public hearing that we are required to have via law. On December 12th at noon, there will be another Zoom opportunity. And on December 12th at 7:30 p.m., there'll be a presentation in our high school auditorium. Again, if you'd like to be present in person to ask questions or see the presentation, or you want to join via Zoom and ask questions, you're welcome to join at any of those 4 times. The project presented to our residents and taxpayers is resulting from a need we have on our O'Neill Road facility. Currently, the district owns a parking lot and fueling station on O'Neill Road for our buses in the district. This site is in need of repaving and repairs to the pavement. It is also in need of replacement of the fueling pump and fueling station at this site. As you can see in this picture, this site is more than 20 years old and has been identified in our building condition survey, which is an assessment done every 5 years and submitted to the state. We are concerned about the safety of these pumps, and we're taking advantage of some financial opportunities to do this project. We're able to do this financially because we've had favorable interest rates from our last construction project. It has worked for the district's favor. We have money that we're able to access from a capital reserve due to unanticipated revenue previously. We're able to use donation from GEC, and we're also, by building a new facility, able to access aid from New York State. Many of you are wondering, don't we already have a bus garage? The answer is no, we do not have a bus garage. We currently share space at the town of Macedon's garage on O'Neill Road. That facility is across the street from our current parking lot. We own the parking lot and the fuel pumps. We don't own the building where repairs are conducted. This site is actually in the Macedon Pelmax School District. Are we doing this because we have to buy electric buses starting in 2027? No. This is because the current fuel pumps, gas tanks, and parking lot are in need of repair, and New York State will not provide aid because there is no district-owned structure on this property. This is not because of need to buy electric buses in the future. Will your taxes go up? No. Aid from New York State and funds from our capital reserve and a donation will mean there is no increase to school taxes because of this project. This image shows approximately where this project will occur. The majority of this project will occur behind the high school in this blue area. You can see it's between the varsity baseball field and the back of the high school, the gym right here. This project will take over this grass space. And you can see in this image, a better layout of this, it will actually take the first row of parking spaces, take out the exit road. We'll have to reroute traffic in the back parking lot. But this will be on the high school campus. It'll be centrally located in the district, and it will create a facility that is accessible within the district. We anticipate that this facility will have 2 bus bays. It will have a wash bay. It will have a training room for staff, a break room for staff. It will have an office for the director, an office for a secretary. We've also included that it will have toilets for staff when they're on site, but will also allow exterior access so that people attending baseball games will be able to walk over and use this facility in the evening and use these totaling rooms. This interior door will be locked, so people will only have access to the vestibule and the toilets. There will be storage for tires. Currently, our tires are stored in a Verdi box at the facility. It will have a washroom for our mechanics, parts and tool storage, room for janitorial closet. It will have oil storage for buses. It will have mechanics office. We'll have all the general pieces necessary to run this facility. It's certainly possible as we get closer to the final design, this layout will change, but these are the intended components. There will be 2 bus bays, a wash bay, an office space for the director, a break room for our drivers. Many of our drivers drive a morning shift and an afternoon shift. You'll find many of them laying over in between shifts during the day. This provides them an opportunity to have some place to eat, to store food, and to relax for a few minutes before they go out on their next run. This is a proposed image of the facility. This is not the final image at this point. What we want you to see from this is that it will have parking in the front for the drivers. It'll have bus parking behind the facility. The facility, as you can see, will have 2 bays for entrance. It'll have a bay for the wash facility, and this will be a prefabricated structure. This will not be a block structure. It will have a course of blocks at the bottom for safety, but this will be a prefabricated metal structure is what we're anticipating at this time. There were 4 priorities identified for this project. The first priority was the bus garage itself. We estimate that this bus garage will cost approximately $13.3 million. The garage could come in more or less, depending on the timeline that occurs between now and construction and the bids by contractors. The second priority is that there's no increase to local taxes. This project is designed to maximize state aid, take advantage of the supports we can get from the state, and not increase our local taxes. The third priority was to maximize expenditure of the $16.7 million. We can't exceed $16.7 million. $16.7 million is the maximum we will be able to spend on this project. It is possible that we might underspend this total amount depending on how bids come in, but we cannot exceed this amount. The fourth thing is to look for additional scope. The fourth goal was that if our budget of $16.7 million allows for additional items, that we will add those items in. So we are attempting to identify things that might fit in if the bus garage comes in at a more positive cost than anticipated. Some of those additional things might be an automated bus wash at the garage. It might mean in-slab heat in the garage for the maintenance and repair of the vehicles. We're looking at cell phone signal enhancements at the elementary school, middle school, and high school. Currently, if you're in the building, you cannot get a signal out. That is, on a day-to-day basis, not a significant concern, but it is a concern when there are emergencies. In an emergency situation, our administrative team, our safety staff need to be able to access cell phone signals, and they can't currently do that from our building. So we're looking at ways to improve the safety and security of that. We're looking at middle school plumbing upgrades for toilet rooms. We're looking for plumbing upgrades in the kitchen. Currently, we're not able to use all of our sinks throughout the middle school because some of our pipes are lead pipes in the middle school. So we have to be very conscious about what pipes are being used, or what faucets are being used, I should say, because of the pipes. So our goal is to repair some of those pipes and install new piping through portions of the middle school. We'd also like to take a look at replacing or renovating the kitchen at the middle school. That kitchen was designed in 1973. Much of the equipment is left over from the initial occupation in 1974. So there is work to be done in our kitchen at the middle school. We'd also like to take a look at additional HVAC controls at the elementary school and high school. We'd like to look at the parking lot at the high school and parking lot at the middle school. specifically the main parking lot behind the high school. If we're going to be doing work in the green area on the bus garage, it makes sense while we're there to be replacing this parking lot or resurfacing this parking lot, which is 20 years old. We'd also like to look at resurfacing the parking lot at the middle school. Some smaller scope items that would be fit in where the project allows. To use up any underspent funds would be exterior door replacements at the elementary school, middle school, and high school. Would be replacement of the chemical equipment at the elementary school pool. Additional items would be looking to deliver water to the concession stand at the turf field. Currently, there is not accessible water down there. It would not include waste removal for toilets down there. It would only be water delivery for the concession stand for cooking and cleaning of the facility. We would look at middle school gym floor refinishing, additional gym pads in the middle school gym. We would look at the circulator pumps in all 3 buildings, and we would look at additional bottle fillers at all 3 buildings. The estimated cost for the transportation facility is $13.3 million. Other facility improvements would be estimated at $2.9 million, with $455,000 going to the Dormitory of the State of New York. The Dormitory Authority of the State of New York finances school projects. This is something we are required to account for. In the last couple projects, we have not had to use the Dorm Authority of New York State to fund our projects or finance our projects. We've been able to go out and get financing independently through the issuance of bonds. But we do have to plan for using the Dormitory Authority. The total project cost would be $16,705,000. The timeline for this project would be design phase December of 23 to 24. The goal would be to submit this to SCD in March of 24 to get approval sometime in December of 24 to February of 25. New York State typically holds on to projects for review for about 8 to 18 months. So we're hoping to get a response back by December, no later than February. We'll see how that plays out as we get closer. Bids would then immediately happen after we receive SCD approval, hopefully in February and March of 25. We would then award the contract in April of 25. Construction would begin in April of 25 and be done by October of 26, with final closeout in December of 26. Work not included in the bus garage. So there are some pieces that are not currently included. They include electric bus charging and transformers, a generator for the transportation facility, tutoring space, and tax collection office. Those are 4 things through discussions that came up. We are not installing electric bus charging and transformers at this time. That would be a future project if New York State follows through on the requirements for buying electric buses. At that same time, we would need to install a generator. In the event we lose power in the region, we would still need to have a generator to power up those buses. So those are things that are not in this current project, but you may see in a future project. The financial considerations for this project are a total referendum of $16,705,000, the use of a capital reserve of $1,200,000, the issuance of serial bonds for $15,505,000. This utilizes an application for state building aid of 89.9%, or $15,018,000. There is no additional tax impact anticipated through this project. Again, the bottom line, $16.7 million in work, 0 increase to local taxes. If you have questions, please feel free to call me at 315-986-3521, extension 84313, at svanscoy@gananda.org for an email. Or again, you could attend one of these community presentations. on December 6th or December 12th. We will also be receiving a mailer providing information and a QR code to a district webpage for additional information. Thank you for your time and your consideration.